I'm tired. That's it. I'm just extremely tired of momentum killing twists that straight up ruin seasons of Big Brother. What's up, everyone? My name is Andrew Yalo, and today we're going to be talking about Big Brother and why Big Brother has been really bad lately. To preface this, I really am not trying to personally attack the producers. I don't encourage anyone to make any attacks to them online. Just leave these guys alone. They're just trying their best, I hope. So I hope that I'm not coming across as too whiny in this, but yeah, we're going to be ranting today. Now, why am I making this video? Well, as I'm sure most of you know by now, on Friday night going into Saturday, we found out that the Rachel Riley was purged out of the game. Gone, no vote, she's not in the house anymore. Now, as of writing this video on Sunday, September 7th, before the Tuesday episode, many fans, and even myself to some extent, are holding out hope that Rachel is locked away somewhere in the house and that she'll have a chance to re-enter the game. But this is extremely unrealistic because of how little time there is left in the season. But who knows? Maybe production is baiting us and they're about to make one of the most shocking moments in reality TV history. Ever since the post-COVID era of Big Brother, something has felt very different and very off about how the show is run. I've been trying to figure this out for years, about what was really wrong in breaking the game. A few years ago, I made a video called Why Big Alliances Are Breaking Big Brother. I was thoroughly convinced that the game was being broken by the players themselves. Oh, it certainly couldn't be production, right? It has to be the players. They're the ones bringing the entertainment, right? The show is about them. I'll be the first to admit that I was completely wrong. I messed up, all right? I actually put the blame on the format of the show, favoring big alliances. And that's why I thought seasons felt stagnant and unwatchable. The real reason is actually way more blatantly obvious and in our faces than I originally thought. Here is my first reason why production is ruining their show on purpose. Number one, momentum killing twists. Let's use the last 4 seasons as an example. Production has loved including momentum killing twists into the season for absolutely no reason. Let's jump to Big Brother 24. I believe to some extent, and you can argue about this one, but I think the Festy Bestie twist was the initial punch that killed the momentum of BB24. Then right after, we got the split house at Final 10, and although I really do like the idea of a split house, it did kill some of the momentum of the season and gave us some underwhelming results, such as fan favorite Joseph Abden getting voted out. BB24 isn't the best example though, because I do think with Taylor winning the season is looked at as positive overall, so I can't hate on BB24 too much. However, what I can and will hate on is BB25. This is by far the worst modern Big Brother season to date, and it's not even close. Argue with a wall, I don't care. This season was terrible. Production time and time again made very questionable decisions, even going back to week 1. First of all, it should have been very obvious. When a player is ejected/expelled during a week, you cancel the eviction. They did it in Big Brother 24. When Paloma quit the show, they canceled the eviction. Had they not done that, Taylor Hill probably would have been evicted. So yeah, is it not that hard to just cancel evictions? Production could have easily canceled the Kirsten eviction, gotten rid of Zombie Week, and you know what? We'd have a semi-repaired season. Now, if you disagree with that decision and want to play devil's advocate, fine. Let's just say they didn't cancel Kirsten's eviction and she still goes home 16th place. They were still able to cancel the eviction that Jag, the winner of the season, was meant to actually go home on. So at the end of the day, we didn't need to send Kirsten home. We could have just not given out the power of invincibility and still done Zombie Week if you really wanted to get Zombie Week in there and get the season to 100 days. And even if you really couldn't get rid of either Zombie Week or the power of invincibility, just cancel the double eviction. You could have kept Kirsten, kept Jag, kept Zombie Week, and just canceled the real double eviction we got on week 12. Because what producers ultimately did this season with Zombie Week was brutally kill the momentum of the season. Had that double eviction just sent Cameron and Jared home, I don't think anyone would have been upset with them staying out of the game. No one, and I mean no one, wanted either of them returning to the game. What it did was just create a very boring week where Cameron and Jared were both in the house, not able to really do anything, and it was one of the most boring weeks on the live feeds. I don't remember a single thing happening that really impacted the game. Instead, they bring back the pressure cooker, which is the only thing production did right that season, and then they nullified it that week by adding the power of invincibility. Like, oh my god, what is going on with this season? All right, I'm done talking Big Brother 25. We're moving on to BB 26. This season on paper was fine. I think the only issue was when they did Janky Week. Not only was the rest of the season so uninteresting after this week ended, but locking everyone in the backyard for an entire week just limits the amount of gameplay and strategy that's going on. And if it wasn't boring enough to watch people live in a house for a whole week, try watching them only be in the backyard for a whole week. This is part of the reason why BB24 felt like it came to a screeching halt. When live feeders were given a "we'll be right back" screen for almost 72 hours because of the wall yellers, everyone was forced to just watch the show like a casual. I know live feeders know how important it is to stay up to date with feeds because producers love creating narratives that are either A, not important, or B, not entirely true. Anyway, although the idea of Janky Week is funny and it gives us a pretty funny moment when Janky died in front of everybody, I'd say that this was a pretty dumb twist and I just didn't need it to happen. Like, I didn't ask for it. Like, we could have just gone with a regular week of Big Brother instead. And now we're at Big Brother 27, the season that's currently airing as I'm recording this video. For those that are not up to date with this season, they've been using the format of BB 26 by reintroducing a competition on eviction night that saves one of the 3 nominees from possible eviction. They took the AI Arena and rebranded it to the BB Blockbuster. This twist worked pretty well last season, and it was well received because of how fresh of an idea it was, and it was just a relief to have a good twist be brought to our faces for once. But they brought it back again for BB 27, and honestly, it just reminds me of that meme where the party is over, but that guy is still here. Like it was fun while it lasted, but you gotta go now. It's getting old. Anyway, they decided to bring back a twist that they believed worked with their fans and thought that they were doing us a favor. Personally, I do like the Blockbuster twist, but I'm in favor of the twist ending once Jury starts. This season, Jury started at Final 9, so we should be ending it, right? No, we're still doing it. The HOH at Final 8 is nominating 3 people for eviction. What happens if one of the nominees wins veto? Oh well, the HOH has now nominated half the house. Like, what are we doing here? This is not Big Brother. This week at the Final 8, production also decided to bring back a twist from BB Reindeer Games, a spin-off where the format wasn't about voting, it was about playing competitions and getting eliminated from them. Big Brother producers know very well how much people loved Reindeer Games when it came out, and I believe their most iconic episode was the hamster wheel episode where, spoiler alert, Danielle Reyes got eliminated in a really wild series of events. Production decided to bring this competition back because they probably thought we loved this episode because it was a fun competition that was equitable and intense. No, instead of it being a power of veto or a head of household, they brought back the competition with its entire elimination concept in full force. And they decided to do a purge at the final 9 instead of doing a triple or double eviction. Like, what are we doing? You know why people liked Reindeer Games? It wasn't because of the competitions. It was because Reindeer Games was the closest thing to a modern day Big Brother All-Stars than whatever Big Brother 22 was. You know why people actually didn't enjoy Big Brother 22? Because every cold open started like this.
Previously on Big Brother All-Stars, Memphis and Cody formed a Final 2 deal. Cody and Memphis formed a Final 2 alliance. Cody and Enzo quickly formed a strong duo. Enzo and Cody had a Final 2. At the beginning of the game, Cody and Enzo formed a Final 2. From the jump, Jersey Boys Cody and Enzo were aligned, but his ultimate loyalty was with Enzo.
Me and you were the rule. That's it.
But Cody's true loyalty was with Enzo.
Me and you were the rule. That's it.
And one with Enzo.
Me and you were the rule.
Since day one, Cody and Enzo were most loyal to each other.
Me and you were the rule. Me and you were the rule. That's it.
Bro. Nicole had a Final 2 deal with Cody.
You and I are like ride or die, and you have a...
Nicole, we're 100%.
As did Enzo.
Me and you were the rule.
From day one, Cody had a Final 2 deal with Enzo.
Me and you were the rule.
Now, people enjoyed the safety chain hamster wheel episode so much because it was the only moment in the entirety of Reindeer Games with high emotion and any sense of drama because it was the closest thing they actually got to voting each other out of the game. Notice how I said voting. Big Brother as a concept has always been about voting. Go back to season 1. They were even nominating each other for eviction all the way back then. Why did Big Brother all of a sudden turn into this challenge offspring that literally no one asked for? If I wanted to watch the challenge, I'd go watch the challenge. It's on Wednesdays when Big Brother is on. I would go watch that. I watch Big Brother instead. In fact, I bet in a year and a half, I'll be watching Keanu on the challenge 42 or 43. So I didn't really need to see Big Brother incorporate purge challenges into their show. If you're gonna do a purge, do it week 1. Don't do it at the first week of jury on a 7-person jury season. It makes absolutely no sense. This brings me to my second point of the video. Number 2, out of touch producers. Yeah, I mean, my second point as to why Big Brother is broken is because of how out of touch the producers seem with the viewers. I'm not sure if I speak for all Big Brother fans, but I think a majority of fans would much rather see a more back to basic season than random twists popping up out of nowhere. I mean, I get it. I get the whole theme of this season is like, you know, the mastermind is like this really evil guy and he's throwing twists to the house guests. Like, I get it. You're trying to like make Big Brother into it. Like, you're bringing escape room lore to Big Brother. Like, what is happening here? But I don't even think adding twists to Big Brother is really that good for ratings. Like, does it affect ratings? Does anybody here know? Does anybody here watching this video know if like adding twists to Big Brother really affects ratings in any way? Like, I feel like people are still gonna watch this show. I look at a show like Love Island and I'm curious as to why that show has become such a pop culture staple this year. For me, it feels like the producers on Love Island are way more in touch with what their main viewership is interested in. Now, I'm not about to talk about Love Island. Don't worry. We're not about to become a Love Island channel. But seriously, I think Big Brother does have some potential to be as popular and mainstream as Love Island is. Big Brother just needs to let itself be what it is instead of trying to be what it's not. Look back at the past and see what worked. What got people hooked on the show in the first place. Fuck it. Do more casting twists like BB4 or BB5. Or BB6. Those were revolutionary. I'm not saying that doing that would ultimately fix Big Brother, but I feel like they're just too afraid to go back to things that worked before. Instead, they're very experimental and it's killing the show. Instead, do what fans actually like. Bring back the pressure cooker more. Like, make that a staple, like OTEV is a staple. Bring back the key wheel. Now, and I understand why they don't do the key wheel. It's a very long and drawn out process, but they can do it. I mean, they show all these campy segments that like no one's asking for. Just bring back the fucking key wheel. Everyone loved that. People are watching the feeds because the edited shows aren't showing enough about what's going on in the game. Casuals are viewing house guests for who they aren't instead of who they actually are. And this is what's causing a huge divide between casuals and live feeders. A separate point I want to make is that I don't believe BB Unlocked is a bad idea. I know people are trying to boycott it because they believe it's a soft launch for replacing live feeds, but I really doubt that the live feeds are going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, if we're talking budget, I think it takes more budget to do BB Unlocked than it is to do the BB live feeds for an entire season. If they got rid of the live feeds, the show as we know it would no longer exist. I think the producers know that, the viewers know that. I think it's very universally known that if you get rid of the live feeds, the show will fail. Look at Big Brother Canada. No one would tune into the Big Brother, like the show. Like, no one would give a fuck. It would be franchise suicide. I like the concept of BB Unlocked because they're trying to make it like an ESPN style commentary spinoff. Although people have their issues with the host of the show, I don't have an issue. I think Derek and Taylor have strange chemistry, so it doesn't really work between them two. But they had to put recognizable faces on that panel, and I think it works for now. And now this brings me to my final point of the video, number 3, scheduling and editing decisions. I have one final point as to what's really broken specifically about this season of Big Brother, and I think it's pretty obvious. Instead of doing 90-minute Wednesday episodes with 5 commercial breaks during the veto competition, why don't we just make Thursday episodes 90 minutes so we can maybe get a blockbuster and a live HOH comp in one night? Like, I think that'd be great, wouldn't it? Is that really too much to ask for? Wouldn't that just make so much more sense? Like, am I missing something? I feel like making Wednesday nights 90 minutes is just like a money-hungry decision and trying to get more airtime for ads. I have no idea. Someone help me understand because I'm too tired. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my little rants. I feel like there's definitely a lot more wrong with Big Brother than the points that I just made in this video. I'm sure you guys could probably find a lot more that I couldn't in this video, but this is just like what's on my mind right now, and I feel like I need to get it out there. I also want to give a fair warning to anybody that's planning on canceling their Paramount Plus or boycotting the show just because Rachel's gone. Now, I understand it's very unfortunate that one of the front runners of the season, Rachel, is out of the game, right? It's very unfortunate. For all we know, and I mean, I'm recording this and I'm really hoping that there's still a chance for her to come back, but it's not looking like it. But I just think it's really risky to boycott the show, because if you're worried about them canceling live feeds, or if you're worried about them making even more dumb decisions because of how ratings are going, then I think if you're going to boycott the show because of this, they're not gonna get the message. They're gonna be worried, and I think the network CBS would make very big budget cuts to Big Brother next season if there actually is a successful boycott of this season just because of what just happened this episode. I don't think they're gonna take it as like a, oh, we should change the format of the show. I think that next season is probably going to be worse if you guys boycott the show. So just, you know, take that into account when thinking about boycotting the show. I'm not encouraging anybody to. In fact, I think you all should keep watching, but I think you should also make your voices heard. I think that me making this video, I'm hoping that like a producer sees this video, because I'm doing this out of love. I'm not doing this out of hatred. Like, I love Big Brother so much. I'm sure that everybody here watching this video also loves Big Brother and wants to see the show be great as it once was. So any Big Brother fan that feels very lost, alone in how they're feeling right now, trust me, the community is with you. Just stick around and don't be too volatile on Instagram, Twitter, like whatever it is. Just don't be too volatile. Stay respectful and make sure that these producers hear our voice, but in a respectful way. And with that being said, my name is Andrew Yalo. This has been another video. If you really enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when more videos like this come out in the future. Thank you to all my channel members for supporting the channel. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one after I return to the house during Zombie Week.
Me and you are the root. That's it.
We should call ourselves the Root. Bro.